Jim Piccola's on the line from the New York State Department of Transportation. Jim, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
So, arterial continuing to move along, progressing. I saw the lights on the walking bridge were red last night. So,
Yes, they are.
all right, okay. So, tell us what's next. What is the latest? Delays possibly coming up. What's the latest here?
Well, we still have a little bit of congestion there over at Court and State Street because we're working on Phase 2 of the Court State Street intersection. That should be within the next, I would say, 3 to 5 weeks. We hope to have that all cleaned up and back open. One of the other things we're working on now is the closure pours for both the Lafayette and the Oriskany Street bridges, tying the two phases together. And once that's done and the barrier, Jersey barrier walls are done up there, then we can look at shifting traffic over into its final configuration and also doing the work on the ramps both off of 12 North and onto 12 South.
So that will be so it won't be long for that northbound lane to become 2 lanes and remain 2 lanes all the way through.
Yeah, we're hoping by at the end of October we should have that up there.
Wow, that's big.
Nice.
And I always ask you about that ramp that would take you on to 12 South. Any predictions on when those ramps are going to be opening?
I would say, depending on any delays or whatever, we're hoping by the end of November we should have that ramp open.
That's going to be big. And and what about, is the ramp open that gets off onto Court Street if you're coming from the north?
No, that ramp still is closed. We're looking at that right now. It just depends how quick we can get everything done at Court and State.
Got it.
With the single point intersection there with the traffic control devices that need to go in. But they're working very hard, and hopefully we'll have it all open.
I do have to tell you that I was driving over there, and I got off at Court yesterday as coming north onto 12. And I have to say that you can now begin to see how it's all going to, it's still, there's heavy construction there, but you really can get a view of what it's all going to look like. Yeah,
it's starting to come together a little bit at a time.
Yeah. All right. And final, when this is all said and done, we were talking about 2017, right? When this will all be done. Do you have any prediction on when that'll be the case?
Well, July 31st of 2017. Yep, that's when it's scheduled to be completed.
Got it.
There's quite a bit of work still to be done, even though major roadways will be done at that time. But there's still landscaping and a lot of paving, especially some of the side city streets that need to be done. Clean them up too. So. Like I said, we're pushing for that completion date of July 31st of 2017.
Right. And, Jim, I should have had Andrew give you a heads up on this. I have a question on a different project that I believe the DOT is working on. There's a little bridge that kind of connects New York Mills to South Utica over by U-Haul there. Do you know what I'm talking about? Over by the Ramada.
Yep.
Is that a DOT project? And do you have any idea on the completion for that?
Yeah, that is it's kind of a hybrid project with DOT, City of Utica, and also New Hartford. It's one of those critical bridges that got into the governor's program there, and which is great because the bridge really did need to be replaced. And it's my understanding that should be open by the end of the year.
All right.
Oh, okay.
It's funny how we get you on just to answer the questions that truly affect us personally.
Yeah. This is my personal driving route.
That's right. So good to be in this business because when we have a question, we just call him up. Jim, what's the scoop here?
No, but it connects, like I said, New York Mills to South Utica. But without that, you have to go all the way around. You have to go, by Pizza Boys and then all the way around onto Burstone over by Notre Dame. And that is actually a very important little connector there from South Utica to New York Mills, especially for me.
Yeah. All right. All right, well, there you go, Jim. As always, we appreciate it. And, boy, a lot will be accomplished by the time we get to the end of the fall here. It sounds like big stuff happening.
Yes, sir.
All right, Jim, thanks so much. Jim Piccola, New York State Department of Transportation.